This is Joseph K. Asmus. Joseph is a regular man who has a mediocre job, a mediocre house, and a mediocre life. There are only two things that fulfill Joseph's life: reading Franz Kafka's books and eating hot dogs. These are Joseph's obsessions. Scientists say that the Earth revolves around the Sun in an entire orbit within 24 hours. Meanwhile, we are completely unaware that we, and the planet we stand on, are moving at all. In Joseph's case, ever since he had begun to read Kafka and eat hot dogs, the entire world could be falling apart, and he would have taken no notice. He did not care about politics, football, the situation in the Middle East, or even American Idol's winner. Just hot dogs and Kafka for him. Joseph had a girlfriend. Well, it was hardly a real relationship because he never talked to her. His girlfriend Frida did not know what to do to call his attention. She tried to distract him from his reading and his hot dogs so that he would lend her some of his attention. All she wanted was a loving, normal relationship. But Joseph did not seem to care. It seemed like he was living in his own world. Loneliness was something Joseph was not worried about. He would rather be in a quiet place than in a place with crowds and noise. That was something he hated. Noise. Noise made him nervous. Noise distracted him from the wonderful words that were written in those piles of papers by the genius Franz Kafka, and from the fatty goodness of every bite he took from a hot dog. When he was not scarfing down one of these delectable delights, which was not often, he was still thinking of the savory taste on his tongue. They began to consume his thoughts relentlessly. Poor Frida was terrified. Things were getting worse and worse between Joseph and her. God knows she tried hard to make him change his habits, but it was all in vain. She tried to convince herself that things were going to be better someday, until one cold night, she had taken the last straw.
I ran into Jenny yesterday at the supermarket, and she told me that her and Bob just recently broke up. Are you even listening to me? Have you even been listening to me at all? Are you listening to me right now? What is wrong with you? I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of your hot dogs. I'm sick of you reading this book. You were like the worst thing ever. What is wrong with you? I'm so sick of it. Hey, Joseph, I think we need to talk about what happened last night. Joseph? Joseph? Joseph?
When Joseph K. Asmus woke up one morning after a tough night, he found himself in his bed, transformed into a giant hot dog. And you can tell by the look on his face that he was a happy man